friction to minimum as the heartbeat. So if you see here, they are in between these two pericardium tissue. Actually, they are the small spaces we known as pericardial cavity lah. So this pericardial cavity is function to reduce the friction to a minimum as the heartbeat. Meaning that when it is reduced to reduce friction lah, reduce the friction because in our heartbeat maybe dia akan bergerak sangat cepat. So ini cavity untuk mengurangkan friction dia lah. Okay. Untuk protect him lah, another protection for the heart lah. Okay. Okay, another one is about the heart wall. I just mentioned about cardiac muscle. So, cardiac muscle about the structure, I think I don't need to repeat again. You can refer back to your semester one that you already learned. For this one, I just want to mention about the type of cardiac muscle. So, in our heart, actually, there are three types of cardiac muscle: epicardium, myocardium, and also endocardium. I just want to mention about this and about the structure of cardiac muscle. This one you should know lah. Because you already learned in semester one. I hope you don't forget it lah. Okay, okay, okay. Another one is about the heart chamber. So this is the very important structure lah. We know that there are four heart chambers in our heart, right? Left ventricle, left ventricle, right ventricle, left atrium, and right atrium, right? So these are the four chambers that you know, because you should know, right? Left atrium, left ventricle, right atrium, right ventricle. Okay, so now I want to mention about the heart chamber too, but it's about the septum. So septum is one type of tissue, one type of connective tissue of the heart wall that separate between ventricle and atrial one. If you know that in four chambers room, like this, four chamber room, the at here at the middle part, it already separated between right hand side and also left hand side, right? Left hand side and also right hand side. Okay, so this separation is caused by this connective tissue we know as septum. So this is the connective tissue known as septum that separated the heart between become left hand side and also right hand side. So you still remember that our heart chambers, when we draw a heart chambers, the upper side is about the atrium, and then the lower part is about ventricle, and then this part is left hand side, and then this part is right hand side, because this is the mirror image. We see this as a mirror image. If you use the mirror to see it, you will found that it is reversible lah. Also, that is why that in paper, when you draw in your paper, you need to mention that this part is left hand side, not right hand side. If you write this one is left, this one is right, then totally wrong lah. Because this one, why we write like this, because of the mirror reversible image. We use the mirror reversible image one. So yeah. So you need to know, and I already mentioned septum. So there are two types of septum. Either is separated left hand side, right hand side. But for this one, inter-atrial septum is to separate between left atrium and right atrium one. And then this interventricular septum is separated between right ventricle and left ventricle one. So this is about the what we call as septum. So the main function of the septum is about separate the right atrium and ventricle from the left atrium and left ventricle. So it is to separate between right hand side and left hand side of the heart chambers. So it is very important in cardiac cycle. So what is cardiac cycle? Later we will see it. Okay. So about the chambers, so I think this one everyone already familiar with it. What are the four chambers? Left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle, and right ventricle. And then we know that between left atrium and left ventricle, we have the valve known as bicuspid valve. And then between right atrium and right ventricle, we have the valve known as tricuspid valve. And then between at the middle part between the left ventricle and aorta, we known as semilunar valve, and also right ventricle and pulmonary artery is known as semilunar valve too. So there are actually four main valve that you need to know lah. In another book, it is they mentioned that they got AV valve, ultraventricular valve, but ultraventricular valve is the general name. Uh, why? Because ultraventricular valve can be used for both, but both right atrium between right atrium and right ventricle, and also left atrium and left ventricle. So between these two chambers, you can use ultraventricular valve. Why can be used? Because ultraventricular, because it is a two terms that it combined together lah. Ultra is ultra, ventricular is ventricle. So it combined together and then just like that only. So it is a very general term. So but in examination, when they label this valve, you write ultraventricular valve, not very it is wrong lah actually. You need to mention very specific lah. You need to mention because why like this? Because tricuspid and bicuspid is totally different one. You will still remember that what are the different, you will know that. I give you the structure. This valve structure. So if you know that tricuspid is like this. Dia ada tiga line punya. It have the contain dah tiga line dekat sini. And then bicuspid only hanya dua line je. So ini perbezaan dia. So you need to alert of it. So okay. Okay, and then about the chambers and valve in mammalian heart. So I did this one. I just recall back a view. If you see this kind of structure, where is the left atrium? So we know that this first one, this left hand side upper part is left atrium, and then this right hand side upper part is right atrium, and then the lower part is ventricle. All here is ventricle. This one is left ventricle, and then this one is right ventricle. And then between the right atrium and right ventricle, we not have the tricuspid valve at here. And then another one, between left atrium and left ventricle, there are the bicuspid valve at here. And then they are in the middle part, they are the semilunar valve. Actually, semilunar valve is also the general name. In specific name is about the aortic valve, and also pulmonary valve. So aortic valve is special for the left ventricle part, and then pulmonary valve is special for right ventricle part. So yeah, but in general name is known as semilunar valve because the structure is similar, almost similar. So in exam you can write semilunar valve is okay. Okay, I think semilunar, this one is about the semilunar valve. So I already mentioned, there are two types of semilunar valve, aortic valve and pulmonary valve. So aortic valve is between the left ventricle and the aorta. If you still remember that this is about our aorta. And then another one is about the pulmonary valve. Pulmonary valve is the valve between the right ventricle and pulmonary artery at here. Okay, about the valve structure. So normally the valve, I just want to give you to see the structure of the tricuspid and bicuspid valve. And then the main function of the valve is to prevent backflow of the blood in the heart. Okay, so what this mean? So this one you need to know the blood flow in the heart lah. So I think this one you should know, but never mind. If you already forget, never mind. I repeat again. Okay, so this one is the flow of the blood in the heart. So the upper part is about the deoxygenated blood, and then the lower part is about the oxygenated blood. So oxygenated blood. Okay, so meaning that deoxygenated blood, meaning that it is the blood when is absent of oxygen, meaning it is come from the tissue layer, cell tissue, the organ lah. Any the whole body part that already cell metabolism already used up, you still remember the gases exchange. You know that in gases exchange, the blood is flow from lung, oxygenated blood, and then pass through to the cell tissue, right? And then in cell tissue, oxygen is released, and then carbon dioxide they will accept the blood cell, the erythrocyte will accept carbon dioxide, right? So this one we call as deoxygenated blood. So once the blood is come from the from the cell tissue, the blood is now is absent of oxygen. So you see here, okay, see this diagram. So once the cell tissue already undergo any metabolism, so all the waste product, especially carbon dioxide, especially